Shalom, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to our elders and apostles of great millstone that taught us his truth, peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful like Akim, teaching and preaching his truth with all righteousness and sincerity. This is Akia Wasap. Today's lesson is entitled, In Him Will I Trust, and Lord willing, you be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the true names of the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son. As always, the sit downs, the lessons, the street speaking is for the remnant, the elect, the Israel of the Most High, and to you as the gospel preach. So today we'll be going into Psalm, the 91st chapter, and the second verse is where we get the title of this lesson from. And it's always good to go into Psalm 91 periodically because it goes into the deliverance of the elect. All right. And as we constantly, push the prophecies, we constantly speak about the testimony of Yahweh Shai, constantly speak about the gospel, the glad tidings, and we bring out the everlasting gospel. We got to make sure that we're going into the things that's comforting us. Because with Jacob's trouble on the horizon, the things that's gonna keep us stable in these dark times is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we have accumulated through the Spirit. That's why Yahweh Shai said things like that which you have, hold fast until I come. Which he was talking about whatever measurement of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he's giving you, you got to hold that. You got to keep it. Because that's what's going to keep you stable. This is Isaiah 33, verse 5. Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. So the Lord is only dealing with the Israelites, chiefly the elect. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So this is going into the characteristics of the elect. Our Lord Yahweh Shai spoke about how a tree may be known by its fruit. The fruit is the actions, the manners, the behaviors, the attitude that, a person has. So here, in the 6th verse, it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. This is addressing the elect. So knowledge and wisdom, that's going to be the principal thing for the elect. All right. And remember, this is a movie that we're playing, that we're playing out. All right. We have our lots, which is, the assignments, the roles that the Lord has given us, and we here playing it out on the earth. But there's particular signs that will be on the elect that will let you know who they are, which through humility, we say that we're of the hopeful elect, right? But here in Proverbs 4 and 7, it says this: wisdom is the principal thing, and that's the attitude that the elect will have. They would treat the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scripts as a chief thing that's most important. All right, we're not looking at a job being most important, family being most important, children being most important, having property being most important. We're looking at wisdom as being the principal thing. We go into this word principle here, and this is the Blue Letter Bible for the newly tuning in, Akim, which allows us to go into the languages that the Bible was translated from. The Old Testament was translated from the Hebrew to the English, and then the New Testament is from the Greek to the English. So this word principle goes back to the Hebrew word ra'ash yath, first, beginning, best, chief. All right, wisdom is the chief thing. Wisdom is the most important thing, the first thing. Once again, Proverbs 4 and 7, and this is Solomon speaking. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. All right. And understanding, wisdom, and knowledge, it comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So that's one of the things that you should be praying for. Pray to the Lord for knowledge, wisdom, understanding, endurance, strength, and might, because that's what's going to be needed in these times. While the whole world is bugging out and being made feeble on the things that are coming upon the earth, well, the Lord is going to be having us, with a different mindset. This is Ecclesiasticus 11, verse 15. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are of him. So the Lord programs us to have the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding of the law, All right, being charitable, that's that love right there. And love is a action word. All right, in the way of good works, going out there on the highways and the byways, presenting our bodies a living sacrifice, doing the weekly sit downs, having the weekly conferences with the bros, and continually to push out the vibration of righteousness that is of Him. The Lord puts the Spirit on us to do this. He gives us the earnest of the Spirit. He get man's goings is of the Lord. You know, we can quote all these different precepts going into how, you know, the Lord direct our steps. So now when we go back to Psalms 91, the featured chapter in this lesson, Esau has entitled it The Security of One Who Trusts in the Lord. And the one that trusts in the Lord is the elect. Everything is about the elect, the remnant, the Israel, the Most High. So it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The secret place is this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. All right. Although it's out there in the open, it's only for a remnant. A remnant can only come in this space of truth. And when they come in this house, all right, this house, this tabernacle of David, there's protection for the elect. And we always go into these precepts, but these precepts is going to give us stability. See, when all hell is breaking loose, the elect, Lord willing, we are part of that fold, we're going to be able to say things like, oh, well, it is written that the love of many will wax cold. Well, it is written that in the last days there shall be famines and pestilence. Oh, it is written that Egyptian shall rise up against Egyptians with swords in their hands. So we're going to be comforted in these times of peril, in this time of trouble, in the times of tribulation. We're going to be comforted with the spirit of truth, which is the understanding of these prophecies, understanding the times and season that we're in. Meanwhile, people that are without the truth, you know, they're going to, as it says in Isaiah 24, there's going to be a cry for wine in the streets. People's going to want answers. Oh, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? But meanwhile, those who are made privy to the secrets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we know all things. We have an unction from the Holy One, and we know all things. We know why the condition of the world is the way it is. But this is Psalm 34:7. It says, the angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So the ones that fear the Lord is the elect, all right? And there's deliverance had for them, and there's a hedge of protection enabled for them. So when we go back to Psalm 91:1, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, which is his truth, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So there's protection. There's a hedge of protection. Verse 2, I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust, which is where we get the title of this lesson from. And as it's saying in this verse, it says, he is my refuge. A refuge is a shelter, a place where you run into when it's trouble and all types of things going on around you. All right, you will go into this truth and make it your fortress, your dwelling place. This is where you rest at. You know? Let's see something real quick. Isaiah 28. Because this truth is the resting place. It's Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? He is talking about the Heavenly Father. And the whom is the elect. In whom shall he make to understand doctrine? See, you got to understand the doctrine, as we read in Ecclesiastes 11, wisdom, and 15, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of Yahweh. The way and the love, Salaki, love and the way of good works are of him. So understanding doctrine, understanding the secrets and the mysteries, all right, is number one, given from the Lord, and it's given to the elect. Isaiah 28:9, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the breast, weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So, you know, there's a progression, you know, as you abound and increase. All right, we're like trees. You know, let's get something real quick. We're like trees. And trees take time for it to yield forth its fruit. So when you come into truth, you start off, the seed is planted, and all right, in that good ground, going back to the sower and the seed parable. And then, the dispensation of time, the seed roots come out of it, and then a branch will come and grow out of it, and eventually, long down the line, fruit will come on a tree. All right. So the Lord, you know, it takes time for you to, get built up and on a level. When you come in the truth and you repent and you convert and you worship the true power, you're like a newborn babe. All right. You start sucking on the breast, and then eventually you get introduced to food and then meat, and then you grow teeth and all these different things. You start walking and running and standing and so on and so forth. So it's a process. You don't get this overnight. But I just want to make a point in Psalm 1:1. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, love not the world, and neither the things that are in the world, because in the world lies the counsel of the ungodly. Nor standeth in the way of sinners." You're not in these other philosophies and doctrines and ways of life. Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. You're not laughing and mocking the truth. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. This is the fruit that grows on the trees of the elect. They will delight in the law of the Lord. They're not going to say things like the law is done away with. We have free will. We have liberty. We can do whatever we want. It says, "In his law doth he meditate day and night." See, you want to be thinking about the scripts. All right, in Ecclesiastes 39, it speaks about meditating on his word. But this is the point, the third verse, "And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water." The rivers of water is synonymous with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Yahweh Shai, he said it himself in John 7, verse 38. "He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." So a man that delight in the Lord, that you meditate on the law day and night, that don't walk in the counsel of the ungodly, and don't stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful, that man is going to be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, which the water is going to be the constant flow of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The Lord is going to sup with him, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. So it's a particular time where you bring forth your fruit. Some of us came in the truth when we was 20, 25, 30, so on and so forth. That was a time where the Lord turned your light switch on and gave you abundance of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, or the rivers of water. "His leaf also shall not wither." You're not going to be like that tree that Yahweh Shai approached and saw it was no fruit on it, and he cursed it, and it's cursed to this day. You're not going to be like that. You're going to have fruit growing on your tree. Your leaf isn't going to wither. So when Yahweh Shai come, he's going to come and see the elect with the faith on them, believing, having the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, being the stability of the times. They looking for him to come back and deliver them in the chariots of Israel, to see the downfall of their enemies, starting off with Esau. "His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper," because the elect, they're going to get through Jacob's trouble, right? Now, it is written that some will be beheaded for for Yahweh Shai. Scriptures speak about martyrs, but that's not every brother's lot. So, whatsoever he doeth shall prosper, meaning whatever you have in your life is actually going to benefit for you, whether it's good or bad. All right, let me get something to prove that real quick in Romans, because even in the Psalms it says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth them out of them all." So whatever we go through, we actually get deliverance out of it. So you don't want to have the woe is me spirit when you're going through it, but it is written there, no chastisement seems pleasurable, but grievous. So when you are going through particular things that do feel fucked up, but then that's when you rely on the scripts to comfort you. So this is Is it 20? No. 25? Nah. Romans 8 and 28. It says, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love the Most High, which is the elect. So all things work together for good. So some things that's brought upon you that you may think is grievous, it can actually work out for you, but you have to be in the spirit to see it. You know, if you're in the flesh, which the flesh, that's your emotions, that's your feelings, you get stressed out, you're overreacting, you're panicking, that's the flesh. But the spirit, which would be you relying on the words in the scripts for your comfort, you will persevere through your trials and tribulations. So that's how all things work together for the good, because some blessings don't always start off, you know, some blessings that you receive in your life, it doesn't initially start off as good, so to speak. Some blessings can start off as dark, you know. Case in point, you may lose your job. You're like, fuck, lost my job, damn. But not knowing there's something else that the Lord got for you next week that's better than what you had. So a blessing could sometimes start off dark, but you got to be patient when you turn to a lower state, like it says in Ecclesiastes 2nd chapter. All right, you got to be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, because what's brought upon you could actually be for your benefits. And then here it is, you overreacting, you stressing out, you bugging out, you're trying to figure out the quick fix. And then, you know, here it is, you leaving out the spirituality, you leaving out the faith, and, you know, you just go on a domino effect of just, you know, the woe is me feel. So, you know, you got to check those things. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to his purpose. So everything work out in our favor. You know, you got to believe that. So back in Psalm 91 and 2, I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress. He is my shelter, a place I run to when it's all hell breaking loose. My power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence, so from the destruction. All right. Now, a fowler is an individual that catch birds in Esau's system, which is full of traps. It traps or ensnares the Israelites up. But there's no enchantment on Jake. All right. The Lord, as we read in Psalm 34, the Lord will deliver the elect out of, you know, their trials and tribulations. So, as it says here, surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noise and pestilence, from the missiles hitting this place. He shall cover thee with his feathers. Revelation 11, Revelation 18, it speaks about how the elect heard a voice from heaven saying, come up hither. That will be the elect being covered with his feathers, or getting beamed up into the chariots, and they're going to stay there while the indignation pass over. And under his wings thou shalt trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So as the spiritual demon Satan is throwing these fiery darts at us, we tossing up the shield and the buckler, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We fighting back with the spirit of truth, just like Yahushua did in Matthew the 4th chapter when he encountered the spiritual demon Satan. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. Jacob's trouble and the ultimate destruction, which is Babylon the Great being destroyed by thermonuclear destruction with those ICBM missiles. Now, I will say this, you know, Jacob's trouble is going to shake us up. This is the terror of the Lord. All right. But the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is going to be our stability during the times like we read in Isaiah 33 and 6. So we may be in a position where it's just like, oh, wow, shit is changing. You know, we may be in awe, like, damn. But we're not going to be terrified and afraid like these other people, because these other people, they're not going to have the answers. They ain't going to know why this is going on. Verse 6, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, the different diseases. Bros was still out there through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, while Esau was pushing forth this agenda through the will of the Heavenly Father on the left hand side. Bros wasn't afraid of the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Noonday is the height of Esau's power, and that destruction that's going to come upon him once again is the thermonuclear destruction, as well as the ICBM missiles. The chariots of Israel shooting out laser beams. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So it will be death surrounding us. That's why I said, through the Spirit, you're going to be in awe. You're going to be like, man, death going to surround you. You're going to be hearing children crying, women dying, and you're going to be seeing all kind of wild shit. But these is judgments that's falling on these people because the 2/3, they was unbelievers. They didn't believe in the testimony of Yahweh Shai. They didn't receive the engrafted word, which is able to save their souls. They didn't heed the everlasting gospel being preached upon them in the earth. They didn't want to receive the gospel, the glad tidings. So therefore, when you despise the word, you're going to get destroyed. So these people that's going to get destroyed, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand. These were people that hated Yahweh Shai. And see, we're going to have we're going to have that understanding. We already have it. We have the understanding of that. So we don't get moved and shaken and tossed to and fro when we're hearing the judgments that's going out by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and fall upon the wicked. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So when the elect get beamed up, they're going to look down out of the chariots and see America completely engulfed in flames. And when Apostle John saw the vision of Babylon the Great being destroyed, he said, this place looked like a lake of fire, man. Verse 9, it says, because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, because you took the warning serious. You took the prophecy serious. You took the calling of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai serious, and you made it your refuge. You made it your habitation. So therefore, you're going to get a reward. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So it's going to be a hedge of protection for the men of the Lord. He shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in thy ways. So there's going to be a command. When you go into this word charge, the Hebrew word there is tazawa, which means a command. There's going to be particular commands enabled for the elect and the angels. They don't transgress the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, let's get Second Esdras, the second chapter, just to precept it. Second Esdras. Esdras, he was a Levite during the Medo-Persian Empire, and he was contemporary with Nehemiah, Zerubbabel, the governor, Joshua, the high priest, Haggai, Zechariah. All right. So when we go to Second Esdras, the second chapter, the 27th verse says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble, when heaviness cometh, that's talking about Jacob's trouble, others shall weep and be sorrowful. These people that were outside the truth, all right, they're going to be ashamed. They're going to be terrified. They're going to be afraid. They're going to be scared. But thou shalt be merry and have an abundance, because while these people are searching for breadcrumbs and pieces of food, while it's famine, the Lord is going to be taking care of the men of the Lord. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, the nations, and Jake too, because Jake is likened unto a heathen as well. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord, because there's going to be a hedge of protection. My hands, which is the angels, all right, the hands of the Lord is the angels, and you got the left hand and you got the right hand. The eyes are the angels. They go to and fro on the earth, beholding the evil and the good, and they go before the presence of the Lord to bring the reports. The mouth of the Lord is the prophets. I have spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. All right, we can go all day. My hand shall cover thee, the angels, so that thy children shall not see hell, low condition. So when the angels is covering you, they protecting you. All right. It's a protection. So when we go back to Psalm 91 and 11, it says, "For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways." So even now, there's angels making sure uh, through the counsel of the Lord to put the Spirit on us to be pushing the truth, meditating and thinking of the word. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. So they're going to be watchful over us. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder. All right, these is parables for Esau, Edom. Adder is a snake, a lion. Esau is a young lion, and he's the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear. This is Psalm 58. And 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So these Edomites, they're created from the beginning to be wicked. The womb doesn't always mean a woman's vagina. The womb represents the beginning. All right. So from the beginning, the Lord created Esau, the spirit in Esau, the wicked, to be speaking lies. Going back to the serpent, that was an Edomite. All right. He just wasn't called Esau yet. And what he do to Eve? He was speaking lies and deceived Eve. And she went and told Adam. Their poison, their philosophies, the stuff that come out of their mouth is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stop at the ear. So they're like a snake. And their poison that come out of their mouth, their lies, is to destroy you. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. It says, which will not hearken unto the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. So that's us. We're charmers. They won't hear what we got to say because it doesn't mate with their perception of truth. Remember the third verse. They speak lies. We speak truth. So they're not going to hearken. Break their teeth, which is their power. Oh, the Most High in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yahweh. So the Lord is going to do that. Isaiah 47. I will not meet thee as a man. The Lord is going to break the teeth out of the young lions. So back in Psalm 91:13, thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon. These are all identifiers of Esau. Shalt thou tread under feet, because the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever and ever. The Lord is going to give his men power. And that's when Esau is going to be terrified, man. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Your love, that's your attention, your affection. You put works behind your words. You will get the deliverance. I will set him on high because he have known my name. And the name is very important. The name is Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father, and it's through his Son, Bahashem, Yahushai. It's the name of the Father and the Son. All right. And it says, I will set him on high because there is none above him that feareth the Lord. Now, through humility, we say we're the hopeful elect. But according to what's written in the scripts, the Lord has put us on a high level. We're the tower of the flock, as it is written. This is Ecclesiastes 25:9. Well is him that hath found prudence, and he that speaketh in the ears of him that will hear. So, well is good is him that found prudence. So a man that the Lord has put the spirit of truth on, things are going to go well for him, because the Lord got to protect him, because he's bringing out the word. He has a purpose. He that speaketh in the ears of him that will hear, other members of the elect. Here's the point. Oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom, yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord. So we're on a high level. Ain't nobody above us. We're above, like you hear Apostle Tahar say, the prophets is above kings. Kings went to prophets for counsel. We above Jay-Z. We above any celebrity in this world. But we on a low level. Psalm 34:6, this poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and delivered him out of all his troubles. So we're on a low level. but in the spirit, there's none above us. Uh, so the name is important. Back in Psalm 91, verse 15, he shall call upon me. The elect will be calling upon the Lord, and I will answer him. So the Lord will have his angels hearing the prayers of the elect. The angels go before the presence of the Lord, give the prayers, and the Lord will, send help, so to speak. He shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. So the Lord is going to be with us in trouble, even now. It's not just limited to Jacob's trouble. Even now, when you're going through your trials and tribulations, when you're carrying your cross, you're going through afflictions and chastisement, so on and so forth, you got to remember that the Lord, it is written that the Lord will be with us in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. These are these precepts that's going to be that stability in your times, man. We go into the prophecies and we, constantly looking and standing upon our watch, but you got to go into these words, man, because that's going to keep you stable. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation, the kingdom. And the elect will see Yahweh Shai come in power and great glory and getting beamed up. So I just wanted to go into that. And shalom to the Akim on the comment board. Blood brother Damawaf. And he put some precepts on him. Shalom to the brother Dawadah. Shalom. Shalom, brothers. Yabashim Al-Shai Brakatham. So, brother put a precept. Psalm 106, verse 47. Save us, O our power, and gather us from among the heathen. This is the cry of the saints. This is the cry of the elect. This is what they're going to be saying. Save us, or Hawashayan now what? That's how you would say it in the Hebrew. O Lord, our power, gather us from the heathen, because we love not our lives unto death, meaning we don't love our lifestyle in this setup ruled by Esau. Everything is turned upside down. Isaiah 5 and 20. Everything is ass backwards. When you're looking at these different YouTubers, YouTube influencers and all this, what are they talking about? How bad the relationships are. You can't even have a relationship here in this place without, your woman going against you. All right. You can't even have earn a decent living wage because inflation is constantly going up. Then you got to worry about, the curriculum that's going on at your child's school. You worried about that. Every time you turn around, you spending money. So, we got to get delivered. Then you seeing alphabet community people more in abundance. All right. More wickedness. The women is just completely out of control. They talking about how the FDA have approved lab-grown meats. You constantly hearing about the pollution of the water and the air, and it's always some type of distraction, bread and circus. So, the elect is gonna want to get the hell up out of here, man. They're gonna want the new heaven and the new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, but continuing on, Psalm 106:47. Save us, or Hawashayan our Yahweh, our power, and gather us from among the heathen to give thanks unto thy holy name, to triumph in thy praise. So the elect will be giving thanks to the name of the Lord. All right, brother got another one. Jeremiah 46:27. But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. And that's going into the kingdom. And these are the promises. These are the words that the Lord has given us to keep us comforted in these times. Understanding that, look, the Lord is going to save us from afar no matter where we at. We ain't got to go to the land of Israel to get the salvation. We can be wherever the hell we at. We're going to get the salvation. Some people say, oh, well, if Babylon the Great is getting destroyed, why are you still here? Because the Lord said in Jeremiah 46:27 that he will save thee from afar and thy seed from the land of captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest, and at ease, and none shall make them afraid. And that's talking about the kingdom. We're going to be in the perfect setup in the kingdom. All right, and the bro put the precept twice on there, but Lord willing, it was comforting to the elect. These sit downs, these lessons is for the remnant, the elect, the Israel, the Most High. And once again, it's always good to periodically go into Psalm 91. There's a lot of comfort in this chapter to build up the elect. So I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth, and Thawada Akim for the precepts. It always adds more volume and substance to the lessons in the spirit. Shalom.